Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Welcome back to yet another Spend the Day with Me vlog. Today, we basically have two major things going on that I wanna bring you along for. First thing is that I need to go check on my rental property, my investment property. In case you're not caught up, I recently purchased a home and it is an investment property. It's a fixer-upper that I am in the process of remodeling and I plan to rent it out whenever it's all said and done. If you need to get caught up on that whole story, I've made several videos explaining everything. So I will link that playlist for you guys up there and down below so you guys can get caught up with that. And then also I need to run some errands to get some stuff for some home improvement type stuff for this house, my house that I live in, because I'm kind of doing both at the same time. I'm remodeling the rental property, but I'm still doing projects around my own home. So I need to get some plants for my front yard. I need to get this piece for my gutter for the backyard. It's an HGTV type of day, just very, very much home improvement. So come along with me. Okay, so it is Wednesday, May 11th, and I'm here to check on the house. So let's see the progress. First thing that I'm noticing is that this door sticks really bad and the actual doorknob apparatus might need to be replaced. So that might be something that I need to go back and purchase and do. So we'll make note of that. But walking into the main area, I guess we will start with the kitchen. First thing you'll probably notice is that there is no more countertop. So everything had been demoed out. So they completely ripped out the countertop, the sink, the dishwasher, the stove, and everything here. Kept the existing microwave in place. And then the other big thing in here is that we replaced the cabinet fronts. So not the actual complete cabinet structure in the back. This is the existing structure. So it's just the fronts that are new. And of course, these are gonna get painted and everything. They're not just gonna look like this. But so far, this looks really good. It looks so much better already. So the lower cabinet fronts have all been done. We actually kind of slightly reconfigured the cabinetry to maximize the storage space as well. Sink has been ripped out. There's gonna be a new farmhouse sink and new faucet and everything put in. I've already purchased that. Oh, I didn't say this in the last episode, but I had to go back and purchase a new dishwasher because that was something that we kind of forgot about when we were shopping those first 2 days. But I did go ahead and purchase a nice new modern dishwasher to go right here. So I don't know if you guys can see this light fixture here. This is going to be replaced. I already bought a new fixture. You guys saw that in the previous episode, the one that I picked out to go here. In the meantime, they went ahead and already installed these recessed can lights up here. There used to be like an ugly fluorescent light strip. We are gonna be keeping this fridge, I'm pretty sure. That's pretty much it for the kitchen so far, other than the flooring. So the flooring throughout the whole main area, almost the whole house, is now done. This is called LVT, I believe. So it's not real hardwood floors, but I really like it. It turned out really cute. I love this kind of like in-between neutral taupey color. So this flooring goes all the way through the kitchen, the front area, and into this front room as well. And then through the living room, all the way throughout the hallways and all of the bedrooms, which I'll show you in a minute. We've got different flooring in the bathrooms and laundry rooms, which I'll show you. But one thing that they also had to do when they were doing the flooring in here is replace the shoe molding, which is kind of like the bottom edge of the baseboard. So the baseboards themselves were in good enough shape, but I did have to buy a lot of this shoe molding stuff for them to replace it. And then they're gonna go in and paint over it. So it just looks nice and fresh and clean and new. But they're making good progress with that. It looks really good so far. As for lighting in here, they also have added the recessed can lights throughout here and a few in there as well. We are also going to be replacing this fan. As for the walls, when we first toured the home, the walls looked pretty freshly painted and it's like this nice neutral gray color. So I was like, okay, we probably don't need to paint in here. But throughout the demolition process and the install process, I think the walls got a little bit dinged up and marked up. So we're not sure yet if this is gonna be something that can just be cleaned or if we are actually gonna have to go through and like repaint the whole interior of the house. So we'll have to wait and see. There's definitely some areas in here that look like it might need some touch-up paint, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to match the paint. So stay tuned on that. We've pretty much decided against adding French doors here. That was something that we discussed with Carrie early on. We thought about like closing in the space. It could be more like an office if you wanted it to be, but just to save money in the budget, we're just gonna leave it like this. This door is like broken, so that was something that needed to be completely replaced. We thought that we found the perfect sliding door to replace it with, ended up being the wrong size, so it's been a bunch of hoopla trying to find a door that's actually in stock that we can go ahead and replace this with. I think just as of this morning, Carrie has found something that will work, so fingers crossed that we have the right kind of door to replace this. So then we have the bathrooms, which this is where we have the different flooring. We have the white 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexagon tiles in here with the dark grout. This turned out really cute. I really like the flooring in here. They also replaced the cabinet fronts just like they did in the kitchen. We are also going to replace the countertop here. It's gonna match what's going into the kitchen. It's all coming from the same slab. And then of course, all this will be redone as well. The bedrooms, like I said, have the same flooring as the main area of the home. I think we're gonna end up keeping this fan in here because it's pretty nice. And we just are waiting on the door to be made to replace this door that had the little kitty hole cut out of it. Second bedroom, same thing, same flooring, same fan, same situation. They're just working on kind of finishing up the baseboards in here. This is the laundry room. We've temporarily moved the washer and dryer out of the way, obviously, so they can do the flooring. It has the same flooring as the bathrooms, which again, looks really cute. I think that's something that we still need to buy is a different type of light to go in here. That'll pretty much be it. Put the washer and dryer back in here and that's all this room really needed. So this is the master bedroom. Fun fact, people call it the primary bedroom these days because master bedroom kind of has some negative historical connotation. So the primary bedroom, they also added the can lights in here. This is still the old fan. I guess we're gonna see if we're gonna replace that. It has the same floor as throughout the house. We did buy all new doorknobs for the whole house because there's all mismatched doorknobs throughout the house. Like some of them look like this, some of them are pulled, some of them are painted. So every single door is gonna have nice matching silver handles. And then in the primary bathroom, it also has the same tile that the other bathroom and the laundry room has. And they also went ahead and rebuilt the entire vanity here, same way like they did in the other bathroom and in the kitchen. Like I said before, will all be painted and stuff. I'm still on the hunt for the perfect light fixtures to go here and mirrors and everything, but we already have something to replace these accessories and we already have the sinks and the faucets. So once we get the countertops going, which is the next thing that they're gonna start working on in the next few days, that'll really all start coming together. And they also did the cabinet fronts on this little thing over here too, so it all matches. Okay, so that's pretty much it for over here right now. We just kind of wanted to come and check on everything. It's looking good so far. Something that I haven't really shown y'all or talked about yet is the backyard and the front yard. There's kind of a lot of, I don't want to say junk, but junk in both yards that needs to be like hauled off and gotten rid of, and then the yard and the landscaping itself just needs to be like cleaned up in the back and the front. So stay tuned to see that, as well as obviously everything else going on inside the house that still needs to be done. But now we're about to go shopping for plants and the part for my gutter that I need for my house. So let's go.
We keep dancing with the devil, but he doesn't have a back, no.
All right, just pulled up to Lowe's. We're on the hunt for two main things for my house. First thing, I need this little piece for my gutter, and then I need some bushes for my front yard bed. I'm really trying to get that main bed together. I've been trying to get this together for about 2 years now. It's almost there. Front row of it looks really good. I just want to get the back row looking good. So I want to see if they have the right kind of bushes that I could use to fill that in. I also have some pots for my backyard to just kind of like place around on the back patio that are still empty. So if I see anything that could go in those pots, that would be good too.
Here's a holly. It's called a Steve's holly. I'm not sure what its characteristics are. Average size, 6 to 8 feet high. It's pretty tall.
Just gotta cut it.
Yeah, but after a while, if you start like cutting them a whole lot, they just end up looking like a bunch of branches sticking out. So you want one that's like gonna get between 4 and 6 feet tall, which I think those are the ones that are.
I like these hollies because they look so pretty and shiny. They have like that waxy finish to it. You know, like if you look at this versus those, they just look real perfect.
Super common. The mature size is 6 feet high. So, I mean, they start out small, but they grow tall. But I understand that you probably want at least, this is a 1 gallon, you probably want at least a 5 gallon.
Yeah, this little pot is not big enough for where I'm putting it.
Oh, here.
That even still looks small to me, but it's better.
They grow pretty fast.
How fast?
Fast enough so that next year you will notice the difference.
What gallon is this?
That's a 5 gallon.
What's next size? I'm impatient. I hate putting in the little baby plants and then it just don't look like nothing, and you gotta wait like a whole year for it to grow into itself. Meanwhile, your yard just don't look like nothing, and I'm impatient. So I'm like, can we just get a big one that's like already big so it looks better right when you first put it in? Gray Cotton Easter. I like the coloration of this one.
Average mature size, 2 feet high.
No. Okay, so we called a different plant nursery to see if they had that exact plant, the holly, the shiny holly plant, but in a slightly bigger size. They said that they think that they do. So fingers crossed, we're gonna go over there and hope that they have it, just so I can start off with a little bit of a bigger size. But in the meantime, while we're here, we're gonna hopefully grab this gutter thing that I need. This thing. That's not the right. It's like this. To the side, right?
That's too big.
I know, but I'm just saying this is the direction.
It's like that to the side. It doesn't have holes. I guess you make holes with the screws.
Just left Lowe's. Quick pit stop at this restaurant called Garbo's for lunch because we're both starving. So we're gonna eat here real quick before we go over to the other plant nursery. All right, just pulled up to Moon Valley Nursery. This is a different plant nursery. Y'all have seen me go to other one, but I haven't been to this one. They're literally selling these giant full-size palm trees. You can get yourself a full-size palm tree. It was $15,000. Now it's only $7,500. How do you even get this to your house? I need Buford hollies and, oh, I like those. And some stuff to go in my pots, maybe like that.
At HEB with the Star Jasmine, I don't know what this is, for $100.
That size? I'll show y'all later, but I want to do something like this in the backyard against the back wall. Not this type of plant, but this type of trellis. Got scared for a minute because we called in advance to make sure they had it. They said yes. We came over here. We asked up front, oh, where's this? We don't have those. What do you mean? We just called. But then, false alarm, they do actually have them. They just didn't know that they had them. Always double and triple ask. But anyway, here they are. They're a little bit bigger than the ones at Lowe's, which is my preference. $39. I'm gonna get 5 of them. Get the biggest ones.
The tallest ones, maybe?
Yeah, since they're all the same, they're not priced by weight or anything, so might as well get the biggest ones. It's hard to like reach them though. There's some over here. Like this one is tall. This one. I'm gonna get 5 of these. White balloon, that's pretty. Okay, so here are the 5 new plants that I just bought for this back row here. You can see these little baby shrubs right there from before that are trying to grow back, but we're gonna actually dig those out and try to keep them and repurpose them. It'll just be those new ones in the back row. Hopefully they'll grow in nicely. So I didn't explain this before, but I originally already purchased all of these star jasmine plants over the last few days. And these are like viney type of plants. This is what I thought was gonna go in that spot that I just showed you. But on second thought, I was like, you know, this isn't really a bush, it's more of a vine. It can kind of grow into a bush if you train it right, but I just felt like, why are we trying to force a vine into a bush when in reality, since it's a vine and I'm putting it right up against, like if it's going right here, this wall is right here, so a plant like this is gonna want to crawl up the wall. So that whole front wall of my house, most likely these are just gonna crawl up the wall and it's gonna give a different look than what I really wanted. I just want bushes. I don't want vines crawling up in front of my house. So bought these, thought they were gonna go right there, decided at the last minute, maybe let's not do that. That's why we just got those other new plants that I just showed you. Okay, cool. But now what are we gonna do with these? Well, never fear, because in the backyard, let me show you. So here in the backyard, we clearly have the pool, but then we have this stone wall behind the pool. This is just part of my neighborhood. You can see it goes all the way to the neighbors. That's just the wall. I can't do nothing about the wall. I can't change the wall. I can't paint the wall. We're not allowed to touch that wall. But I can put something in front of it. I personally just don't like the look of the wall itself. It doesn't really match my color scheme. It doesn't really match my vibe out here in my backyard. So my idea was to put plants in front of it. There's about 5.5 feet right here between the wall and the pool. So we have space. Originally, I thought I was gonna do trees planted in the ground, but the root system of the trees, probably not good because there's plumbing and piping for the pool all right here, and then like the wall itself, we don't want the roots messing with the pool. We just don't want to do anything that's going to be like a big huge thing in the ground right here. I just don't think that's going to be smart. So what I was thinking instead is to do some sort of raised bed right here in front of the wall. That way nothing is going down into the ground, into the pipe system, but it's just raised above the ground. And then doing trellises, like those trellises, you know, the little crisscross things that the vines can grow up on, and using those star jasmine plants that I just showed you that I have that are a vine type of plant, and having that just cover the trellis and just having a whole wall of star jasmine growing in front of this stone wall. We have yet to figure out the logistics of that, the logistics of having it be a raised bed above ground, and it's like 50 feet. This is a 50-foot stretch of wall right here that I'm trying to cover up. So 50 feet of raised garden bed, 50 feet of trellis walls, and 50 feet worth of star jasmine plants to plant along it, so that when it matures, it's just gonna be a whole wall full of the star jasmine, hopefully to where you can barely see this stone behind it. It's a lot. So far, I have the idea, I have the vision, and I have 7 star jasmine plants sitting on my front porch. So, I mean, it's a start. In the meantime, there's still little stuff like this that we have to fix. This is the gutter piece that we had to get today for this gutter, because originally it was pointed straight out this way to where the gutter water would shoot straight forward and end up in the pool. And we don't want gutter water going into the pool. So I got this piece to change the direction of the gutter to where it shoots off to the side and it just goes down that way, so the water doesn't go into the pool. So I need to attach that at some point. There's just so many little things, big things and little things actually, when it comes to the rental property and when it comes to my own home. But we getting it together, slowly but surely. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned.